Hi everyone, Medina here from Arise Humanity on YouTube and Soul Tribe on Rumble. I just wanted to share with you some amazing news, which was that when we did the Soul Mastery Group healing on Monday night for the Russell Island house fire, we achieved some amazing things actually, and full gratitude to everyone that was involved, that joined us for that healing prayer session, and we had some incredible healers involved. We had the group of people that were working with us online that night, including, as I mentioned, some incredible spiritual gifted teachers and leaders in their fields. And we also had one of the members' sisters who had a healing group working simultaneously, at the same time, doing a healing on the Russell Island community as well at the same time. As well as that, we had Ian Welsh in the UK do some work on it. We had an amazing lady in Victoria called Gloria that was doing also some prayer work on it. And so with all the combined work, because we would have worked on it for over an hour here online, with all the three particular types of healing we did with three of the leaders in the online session, as well as some work that I did, we found out at the beginning on the scale of consciousness that Russell Island was in grief on the scale of consciousness, which is, as you can see here, grief. And then we did the healing and the prayer work, and I was astounded that we were able to shift the energy on the island from grief right up to pride 175, which was many leaps upwards. It was huge. And I was so surprised I had to double check the results after I found that. And Denson, who was sitting next to me, went, wow, because it was just such a huge shift energetically. And then I remember one of the amazing spiritual teachers that was doing part of the session, Helen, she said intuitively, she said, oh, look, it's going to go up to courage, which is 200. And then lo and behold, the next day when I went in and checked again, the entire Russell Island community was in 200 courage. I also could feel the results the next day after we'd done the work energetically, that the island did feel much lighter. And I spoke to a lady who said, I told her about the healing that we'd done, and she said, oh, that's interesting. She said, because I was feeling a real heaviness in my heart, like a real sadness in my heart. And then last night, which was the time when we were doing the healing clean, she said it shifted and it cleared in her heart. So that was also evidence that, this energy work is incredibly powerful that people do. When you go in and you work on the etheric levels and the energetic levels, and you do the prayers and the visualizations and you send healing, it can be so incredibly powerful. So I just wanted everyone to know that this work is way more profound than what people have any conception of. So big thank you to everyone involved. And I think that this has really helped. Interestingly, when people are on 200 courage on the scale of consciousness, it has been said that that is the point from which people are able to move forward in their soul evolution and ascension into the new earth. Anything below that point, it's going to be harder for them to be able to go on that journey to ascension into the new golden age. So that in itself is incredibly significant, and maybe it's just shifted the energy here to really allow the community and the collective to move forward in their ascension. Who knows? It could be the case. So incredible news. Thank you everyone. And I'm putting the lion behind me here to symbolize courage, because that's the point on the scale that I have evaluated that Russell Island is at now. Everyone, I've got Denson here with me, and
hello, everybody.
Fantastic to have you all here. Thank you so much on this special one that is really important. If you have any crystals with you to magnify the healing and the energy, please grab any crystals that you would like. I've got some ones here. Denson has his special beads. So if you've got any special crystals to work with, that would be great. And we're going to start with I just wanted to let everyone know too that I've done a reading for today on Russell Island, and on the scale of consciousness, which I'll bring up here. On the scale of consciousness, the Russell Island at the moment, with everything that's happened, is in a lot of grief. So you'll see here, grief is 75. So that's where Russell Island is at the moment. So we're going to do all this work today, and then at the end we're going to double check again on the scale of consciousness and see if we've been able to shift any of the energy with what we do today. So I would like to get Von to start because she's got limited time. She's very kindly come to join us and help, and she has to leave at 7. So I'm just going to do a very quick prayer, and then we're going to get Von on board to start the proceedings. And so I'm just going to bring the armor of God up, and we're going to say this armor of God on behalf of not only ourselves, but also on behalf of the Russell Island, or the community, or the people on Russell Island. So I'll just say this now. If you'd like to say it yourself and mute, you can, or whatever you want to say, if you want to say it internally. The armor of God. And this is on behalf of all of the people here, all of us, and also on behalf of all the people on Russell Island, the entire community. May the divine loving presence of God please be above and all around us. May Mother Mary, the Lady of the Light, please hold us. May Mother Earth, dear Gaia, please hold us. May the 7 swords of virtue please light our way. May St. Michael please stand by our right hand, Archangel Gabriel by our left hand, Archangel Stelorio and Uriel to stand before us. Archangel Raphael, please stand behind us. Archangel Camille, Raphael, and Barakiel, please join us also. Please hold us and shield and protect me and my guardian angels and guides of the light of mind from all that is not of God's pure love and light, as I take my sacred steps into my own sacred heart, on behalf of the community in Russell Island and ourselves. In God's holy name, amen.
Amen.
And so now what I'd like to do is I'd love to be able to get the lovely Von to share with us some information about, and some prayers about, the situation on Russell Island, which I'll talk a little bit more after Von has had her turn to speak. So thank you, Von.
Well, thank you, and hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I feel very honoured that you invited me to do this. First of all, I know that there is no death. There is certainly, the leaving of the avatar, the physical vessel. So I know that when people leave their vessel, so to speak, they go instantly into this wonderful energy of love. So the children and the father are, in a good place. I did tune into it all, and was assured that the children were asleep, and they just, that it was very quick and there was no suffering. However, as humans, we suffer the separation anxiety. And if we tune into, because we're all connected, and if we tune into the people of Russell Island, particularly the family, of the families that are affected, and we are connected, so we can actually feel the depths of their grief, because where do you put that? We are so programmed to look for a story or to look for a reason, to look for something that is going to make sense of this, because there's no such thing. What I do know to be true is that in hindsight, what grows out of this is what's important. And this is why what we're doing here tonight is so important, because if we can raise the frequency of the people of Russell Island, and, it will be palpable what we're doing here tonight. If we can do that and we can tune into their frequency with the depths of love that their dear departed are actually in. It's a love that is not possible to describe. And when we can tune into that and we can shower that over all the people of Russell Island, because there is not one being on that island that is not affected by this.
Very much you can feel it, yeah.
What I do know to be true, I always look for the gift in things, and I believe that there will be great gifts. And the biggest gift is that we are sending love. The biggest gift is that we learn to appreciate life. Think what's happened in thousands of years past, where we have lost that incredible gratitude for the gift of life. To know that every breath we take is a connection to source, and to really acknowledge that within ourselves. And it is moments when we're facing death of the physical that we start to question life. And I believe that all of us are brought here for the reason to look within ourselves and to go, well, my life and the life of my loved ones, how much am I putting into that? How much investment do I put into the gratitude of life, the appreciation of this moment? As some of us are getting a little bit older, I'm getting a little bit older, my appreciation grows every day because I'm still here and everything's still working. But I also know that in the next moment it could be gone. And I never want to have any regrets. So the people of Russell Island right now, they are in a space that we cannot expect them to really make sense or to act sensibly in a way. They're all, I always think the way that my team always gives me these weird analogies, but they're like fish on dry land, flapping about, looking for, anywhere where there's comfort. So the more comfort that we can send them, and the more we can tune into their hearts and their space with love, with peace, and with compassion. One of the things that I've noticed in the last few years is that we lost a lot of compassion, particularly in the medical field. There is no compassion left. It's just all rules and regulations, and rather than, this real human kindness that we have within us that makes us who we are. So with all the human kindness that we can possibly find, I would like to take a moment for us to tune in to all the souls on Russell Island this moment, and really open our own hearts and be generous with our love and our compassion, and project that, because we are energy, pure energy in physical form. And the more that we learn to be vibrational, frequency consciously with the power to radiate that strongly and as clearly as possible from the heart. So maybe just for a moment, let's all tune in to particularly the mother and any other family members. I can't even begin to imagine what the pain must be like. So let's see if we can tune in. And as we do so, I'd like us to visualize the hearts of everyone on Russell Island, particularly the mother. And I'd like us to enter with permission, which we've got. I've already asked. And I'd like us to coat their hearts with light and with the love of the divine, to protect, to hold, to love, to nurture, and to ease this depth of pain. And with that, I ask that whatever may grow out of this, that it will expand the consciousness of all left behind to a space where they will become more of themselves. And as a result, they too will have more gratitude for life, more compassion for each other, that together they will bond. They will not look for blame or judgment, but have an open heart to hold each other tight. Let's just send this beautiful, nurturing love that we have the capacity to give, and cover the island. And cover all of the land and anyone outside of the island, because this is spreading far and wide. And let us not just do this tonight, but let us learn to hold each other and all who suffer on this planet deep in our heart with compassion and love as we go through these times of transition. Because we are the people that we've been waiting for. We are the people that shine the light. So it is said, so it shall be, and so it is. Thank you.
Everyone to put a ultraviolet purple flame around Russell Island as well, and all the community. And the ultraviolet flame has the power to erase or transmute the cause, effect, even the memory of our past mistakes. Transmutation means to alter, to change in form, appearance, or nature. The violet flame changes negative energy to positive energy, darkness into light, fate into opportunity. And I'm just going to say a beautiful piece of writing about the violet flame as we envisage a violet flame transmuting all negativity, fear, and all the lower vibrational emotions and grief as much as possible at this time through that ultraviolet purple flame. And I'll just say thank you to Vaughn. If you do need to go, Vaughn, we're very appreciative of your beautiful contribution. Thank you.
Thank you, Adina.
The radiant spiral violet flame descend, now blaze through me and Russell Island and the community. Radiant spiral violet flame, set free, set free, set free. Radiant violet flame, O come, expand and blaze thy light. Through me, radiant violet flame, O come, reveal God's power for all to see. Radiant violet flame, O come, awake the earth, Russell Island, and set it free. Radiance of the violet flame, expand and blaze through me. Radiance of the violet flame, expand for all to see. Radiance of the violet flame, establish mercy's outpost here and on Russell Island. Radiance of the violet flame, come, transmute now all fear. It is done. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And just take a moment to envisage a beautiful violet flame. Even perhaps in the hearts of all the community, all the individuals on Russell Island, all the people. If it's in divine alignment, we ask for this violet flame to be surrounding every person and in everyone's heart at this time, and surrounding the entire island as well. And then expanding to touch all souls who have been touched by this situation on Russell Island. We're so very blessed to have so many wonderful people here today, and including the very beautiful Helen. And Helen is going to, she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to make it, but she's here, which is wonderful. And we're going to see if Helen would like to contribute anything. I would like to share with you, or maybe Helen would like to share with you, or I could share with you her words about, she did a healing for this situation, and she channeled some amazing insights into what was happening. Would you like me to read it, Helen? Or would
please. Yes, please, darling.
Sure. Okay. So as part of my Lightworker team, Helen went straight in and did healing on this situation. And she wrote, have checked into the children who are coming to terms with the fact that they have passed over. They will be resting and reacclimatizing to being without the physical body and in a place of great healing and refuge. They are planning to start coming back as quickly as possible. There is much to be done on earth. The Father is disappointed that it had to be that way. Those soul contracts came into effect. No shame, no blame. He will come back later than the children, though all will be back within 5 years. Samantha, who is the mother, will go through major survivor's guilt, so she will need maximum support for some time. I wrapped her in love and Christ's light, though she's closed herself off right now in shock. I will persist with this. And then Helen mentions the school. So I was talking to a lady on the island today, and she was talking to a mum whose child, 11, was crying all day. So, you know, it really impacts the children at the school, because they were all part of the local school. So the children find it very hard to process these types of things. And so I think, you know, additional healing for the children today will be amazing. So Helen said, the local schools are already very sad. Most involved at the school already know what happened and are grieving greatly. This has brought to the surface everyone's old grief for processing and clearing. This needs to be done so that they may heal effectively. So self-love is required of all. This process will continue for some time. Everyone on the island is impacted, with the resultant emotions triggered for clearance. No one is untouched by this occurrence. Everyone who saw the story on TV is also now releasing old grief, heartache, trauma. The ripple has gone out. This will bring the community even closer, though there will be some animosity as heightened emotions are triggered for expression. Calm is critical as all the children on the island are watching. These souls have tapped into the community sentiment, so this is an opportunity to show them how to show gratitude for everyone, not only those who transitioned. There is a pile of grief, heartache, trauma, and great anxiety over the island, like a heavy thunderstorm cloud. I will clear this, though only to the degree that the souls residing there want it to be cleared. This also needs to be done by those residing there. I have also called in divine intervention for the entire community, plus those who lost their homes and flooded it with golden Christ light. Sending everyone so much love. Thank you, Helen. That's beautiful. So I'll just let Helen take over now, and whatever you'd like to do, Helen. Thank you.
Okay, I thought a visualization would be really good, and it would actually add to what Von did earlier. So if everybody would like to close their eyes and visualize the island, visualize all the homes, all the people, all the animals, because they take on all our emotions. Von said to look at their hearts, to wrap their hearts in love. Look around everyone. There are hundreds of thousands of light beings all around the island, hundreds and hundreds for every person. It's crowded space. No one is alone. And as each person continues to release, those angelic realms, the realms of light, and all our galactic brothers and sisters are all here to assist and to ease the burden. Look above everyone, and you're going to see this cloud. It's a thundercloud, but it's so heavy and it's so dense. And above that cloud are even more beings of light. As you look at that cloud, send to all the people more and more love. And see that cloud begin to fade. See it begin to dissipate. There are a lot of cords between that cloud and everyone there. See a lot of those cords begin to dissolve as people release all the emotions that have risen from this tragedy. Send peace into everyone's heart. And see coming from the realms of light above the clouds, streams of Christ light, Christ consciousness. And it's going like a golden channel in through the crown chakra, the top of the head of every person on the island. And they are all being filled with Christ light, Christ consciousness, and peace. Even more of the cloud is dissolving. See everyone's body getting lighter. Now see everyone holding hands together in a central point, hands linked, as that Christ light wraps the entire community. They are surrounded by the Christ light. They are surrounded by violet light. Now let's see Samantha, Mother. Fill her with calm. Fill her with peace. Wrap her in layer upon layer of love. This community will get stronger. The connection between them all is made even stronger through this event. Now see the feet, all the feet of every person. Just know that there are roots, grounding roots coming from their feet and grounding them into the earth, anchoring them, giving them balance, stability, centering them, and giving them the strength and resolution to release further and to help each other. Be grateful for this community. Be grateful for every person in it. Whether we like it or not, everything happens for a reason. And this community's purpose will become known to it over the coming months. Send more love to all of them, to everyone, to every pet, and feel your feet. Feel the roots growing from your feet, grounding you into the earth, giving you balance, stability, fortitude, and great strength. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. And when you're ready, open your eyes.
Just add one thing there, Helen, with everyone's eyes closed. Just calling for everyone also, if they feel guided, to call in the Mother Marys, Mother Mary and all the female healers in the Marys to come and surround all the children on the island as well, and to stay with the children as long as needed. And also calling in the dragon energies if you're guided. I'm just going to say a little piece of writing about the dragon energies. So we call in the dragon energies around all the people, around all of Russell Island, if it's in divine alignment. Dragons, equal of thy spirit, I call forth unto thee in aid. Dragons of fire, transmute what is not of highest love. Dragons of earth, bring forth remembrances of beauty of birth. Thou surrounds thy dragons of water, gently cleanse thy holy trinity of mind, body, and soul. Dragons of air, gently lift, caressing thy sorrows and worries away. Dragons of ether and stars, bring forth all elements in aid for thy abundance of creation. Dragons of stars, fill light of thy hollow spaces, bringing forth creation unto thy vessel, calling forth for thy highest love thee, for sacred directions of creation, all my organic essences to create thy whole once more. Humbly we bow in gratitude for thy dragons, infinite love. And that is from Aurora Ra. So just seeing the dragons and calling them in for a moment. And I'd like to just also point out some particular groups in Russell Island community for us to send any additional healing to we'd like to. So there's, as we mentioned, the local schools with all the children and the teachers, the community workers who helped and knew the family, like my friend Doris, who has found it quite challenging at the moment in her capacity as a community manager on the island. All the police and the firefighters involved. Just sending them all lots of additional energy as you're guided. You might be guided to send more to certain groups as well. The ambulance workers on the island, the medical workers who were involved. Even the forensic, people that came to investigate. Before we go to Denson, I'd also like to mention the energy of Ganesha, who Denson also said was, he mentioned today as being significant. So Ganesha is the elephant god with the long trunk from Indian, spirituality, who is the clears obstacles. So call in the god Ganesha. And Denson also mentioned that he brings through wisdom as well. So we call in this god Ganesha to come and surround Russell Island and surround all the people involved, bringing wisdom and clearing obstacles. And with that, I'd like to ask Denson. We're so blessed to have all the amazing people here today. Everyone here, it's such a blessing. Denson wrote a beautiful piece of writing. So,
could you read that?
You can't read it short.
No, I got the wrong glasses.
Okay, no worries.
I'd have to get right up on it.
Okay, no worries. And then Denson's going to do some chanting with us. That is going to explain about the chant and what it means. And so Denson wrote this. He was channeled this last night. Through tragedy. It is through tragedy a new has been born, and with the new comes the dawn. With every tragedy there brings an outpouring of collective compassion, and together we will all find a new shore. With the unity of compassion comes the spirit of one. With the spirit of one comes the new dawn that has now begun, as the spark of the divine touches everyone. It's beautiful. Thank you, Denson. And I'll get you to share about what the mantra means, and then we might do some chanting with Denson.
Okay, I was going to do a Om Mani Padme Hum, which is a pretty profound mantra, but just now I got a download to give homage to the Green Tara, there's a white and green tower of healing. Om Tara Tatari Soha. 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 Om Tara Tatari Sohan. Om Mani Padme Hum. That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Denson. I might just check in and see where the scale of consciousness is now. Wow. Wow, it blows me away, you know. It really does. With the scale of consciousness, what often happened in previous lifetimes was people could only generally go up one section in a whole lifetime, but it's so accelerated now at the moment on the planet that what's often happening now is souls are going up many sections in this lifetime, and can even within a year, you know, going up quite a few if they're doing the inner work and everything. So when I just checked, I'm actually going to double check because it blew me away. I'm just going to do another double check, but it really jumped up just from the work we've done now. And I'm just going to double check because it was amazing. Okay, so what I'm getting from after we've done this work now, collectively, it's jumped up just from the work that we've done. How incredible is that?
Pretty good.
That is amazing.
Pretty good.
And it will go to courage real fast.
Yes, yes,
Well, that's the next step.
yes.
Yep. Absolutely. It's going to go there really fast.
Wow, wow. So your contribution was so valuable today. Thank you so much. I mean, it was really, really palpable because my deepest, condolences and prayers go to the mum. Of course, she's the one in foremost in our minds at the moment, as well as all the children on the island. So thank you so much, everyone. That was really, really profound. And thank you all for being here. We couldn't do it without you all. And really, really appreciative of your beautiful energies in this process. So love and light to everyone, and stay strong, and we'll see you next time. Thank you, everyone.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.